use our silly track music that we don't use very often.
Okay, I think it is up and running now. And for some reason, my camera is... Oh, you know what? Let me just change this streaming window to... I'm gonna change it to 30 frames a second and 720 to kind of make it a little lighter weight for me. I'm getting a bunch of alerts that says, "Are you sure about show my screen?" Now it's actually working. That's hilarious. Oh, it's not showing my camera though. Huh.
You have to two at the same time, can it?
Is it not letting my camera work now? Show my camera. Boom.
Oh, you can do it.
Oh, it does work. Cool. So it'll be even less weight, but for some reason it's giving me this delay now. So we'll just have to deal with that, I guess.
Was there more for today?
Well, you can see it's very choppy when I move.
Yeah.
All right. Let's have somebody do a quick recap of what you guys did last time, and then we'll go back into it, I guess.
I can't remember. We was in the pub like divulging secrets.
I feel like that should just be the recap.
We went
Last
back
time
in
something
time.
happened. Not important.
We were divulging secrets. We were playing Two Truths and a Lie, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Two Truths and a Lie. And we learned some interesting stuff about each other. And we had just got onto Velen, right?
Also, just as a point of note, Vanvalor wasn't there yet.
Oh, that's right.
So he can be canonically there and participating because I believe you may have watched some of the VOD, right? Dallan?
I literally had no time this week.
Okay, then that's fine. So, we can review some of those things if you like, or you can have him just bring him into it and talk with him for a bit as well. You can, if you would like, Dallan, you can have your character kind of missing out on this and kind of like feeling a little exhausted from the day and maybe take a nap in the afternoon, which is incredibly realistic, and come down in the afternoon. Or maybe you were playing in the pub.
Could just be playing music.
Yep.
We can finish up and come join us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
that works.
You miss so much. Take a drink.
Yes.
I'm guessing no one wants to do the recap. Is that?
I did it. Wait, no, I actually did it. You mean of our truths and a lie?
Wasn't that? Oh, are we? What?
Oh,
You mean the other timeline?
I do remember that.
Oh, what the battle, the combat.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ritzy's in here from the regionals. That's sweet. What's up?
Oh, hey. I know that we fought those two worms and they went down really quickly. And then we.
Thank you, Jodie.
Made our way atop of the thing that like a deck on the ship, and there were ballistas on there, and then we tried to open a door. We finally got up and we had to go down some stairs, and that's where we stopped.
Yes, there was something important on the other side. No idea. To be continued.
I'm trying to remember. Breker regretted killing someone. That was your lie, right?
Oh, we're gonna go for that.
I know that, and Mesh, his lie was that. But it was interesting that he said he was oddly attracted to Cal while he was Cindy. That wasn't a lie.
That wasn't a lie.
yes, that was the truth.
Oh, and Cal has a lover somewhere. The love of his life that he let go.
Yeah.
Did you let go, or did they go away from you?
I don't know if I want to talk about that right now.
Oh, well, maybe we can talk about it a little bit more around the table.
Are we
Goldie,
already in character?
I forgot your two.
I'm in character.
Okay, we're in character. Oh, okay.
I'm in character.
My one, my mom one's basically how I actually, I announced how like I believe that my brother would have been better than me, but deep down inside, I truly know that he would have gotten himself killed. Like I'm the opposite effect has now come for me.
Gotcha.
My lie was the religious, not following a deity thing.
Ah, you're right, because you have someone. We were gonna talk to you about who. Then for me, it was my lie. What was my lie?
You couldn't do knots?
No.
Cooking.
I like cooking.
What was it?
My truth was that I've never had sex and I can't do a nautical knot to save my life.
Got it. Oof.
Devi's like fucking like 100 or 100 or something. I thought Devii had a secret lover as well, though.
I have to get into character to talk about it.
All right. In scene now. Characters.
Okay, back in. We're talking. We'll be talking. Let's let Van make his presence known to us as we're talking.
Okay.
Right.
Vanvalor, you describe what
Floor's
happens
yours.
here. You have the floor. Are you playing? Are you resting and then coming in? What's the deal? What would you like to do?
Well, I woke up from no. I woke up from a nap.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to stretch. I'm gonna come downstairs, or walk through the door. Is the inn in the pub in this one, or are they separate?
I will say this is I think they're fused if you guys are in Brunchander, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably
So I walk
wherever our
downstairs.
cauldron is, just kind of serving food and beer.
Cauldron
and...
would be outside. Or like in the public town center. They wouldn't have it in the pub.
I remember we got into town and they were like, the cauldron's done for today. At least that was day one.
I thought we were here just to drink. Have I been lied to?
Well, no, you're not
So you-
drinking. Remember, you're drinking water.
I fail to remember this.
Why was you?
Moby!
He was like saying morbid things about himself because he drank too much.
Oh yeah, he
He
was
was like
but
putting
he was,
himself
I-
down in different things.
Did
he was
not
talking.
drink too much.
Right.
No, he was. Wasn't he drunk?
Oh yeah, he was very drunk. And still is. apparently.
Citations required.
Have you approached us, Vanvalor?
I don't know. I wasn't talking, apparently. No, I'm kidding. I just walk down and I sit and I say, "Hello. What have I missed from you fine, lovely people? Did you?"
Hey, boys and girls, we have a
about me?
new player.
Because that would make me really sad.
Wait, did we do what?
Velen points at you, and you see a second hand appear next to her hand with the two fingers, a mage hand and a regular one pointing at you, and then the mage hand floats over and pushes a large stein your way. Drink up.
We haven't been doing much, to be honest. We've
Drink.
just been
Yes,
kind of getting to know each other.
you have us at an advantage, sir. You need to drink several times.
Right now, we've all gone around, but we're playing the game Two Truths and One Lie. Do you know
Mm.
how to play? And if so, would you like to give us your Two Truths and Lie?
Yes, the North Look is where you guys are currently at. It's an inn and tavern. Just to confirm.
Oh shit! Now I got it.
Wait, I think he needs
Nice.
to drink a little bit before
It was very
he
important.
Okay.
gives
Yeah,
us our answers.
Has Vanvalor just got here? Did he just
Yeah,
get
he
here
just
now?
got here.
Yeah,
So he
did.
gets here, we're kind of wasted, and we're kind of like,
We've already spilled our guts.
Yeah, we're at least tipsy, except for Goldy, who seems to be a bit.
I am not. Whatever you about to say.
Okay, what are you
How many
drinking, by the
fingers
way?
am I holding up?
You have fingers?
Of course, Mesh has fingers.
I
Why
see
wouldn't he
nothing.
have fingers?
I see nothing in that direction.
I've seen his fingers.
Chalcedony, what you do
Mesh.
in your private time is your business, not mine.
What?
I've seen his fingers in public.
Drink. Oh, goody, drink.
Why are we talking about fingers as if they're a body part that shouldn't be seen?
Because Mesh was holding his fingers up for everyone to see. See?
What?
So what's
Vanvalor, what's your poison? What would you be drinking?
There's really only one option. Ale. Here we go.
Oh, there's
Well,
you know,
ale and
This-
water?
there's the brown ale, there's the
Please, Devii,
the-
stop.
there's
No
the
one
other
wants your
ale,
water.
there's the yellow ale. There's the,
Don't drink the yellow ale.
Oh, do go on. This is
Do
a
not drink the yellow
fascinating
ale.
topic for us to be discussing.
There's the speciality ale that's from this town, the Bryn Shander ale.
Snow
I mean,
ale.
there's more than one. Like, why? Like, we're literally drinking all different ales now. I don't even know why. Like, what's even happening right now?
Wonderful.
If he's not going to drink his ale, may I take it?
No.
I was gonna take another-
drinking. I said it with words.
Yeah, he's ordering. Don't be so pushy.
Hey,
I'm not being
I'm already
pushy.
doing
I'm
it,
just
bro.
trying to save the drink. It's a
Okay.
noble
Yeah.
cause.
cheers.
Here, have my ale. I just give him a mug of water.
I prestidigitated to. I'll
you're
prestidigitate
thinking
to
of
make it
food.
taste like ale. I'll make it taste like ales.
I was a bit hasty. Okay then.
See? So, Mesh,
Yes.
what deity do you worship? This is the first time I've heard about it, I think.
To be precise, I said worshipped.
Worshipped, so no longer.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry about that. You not want to talk about it?
It's a touchy subject, but I guess there's no point in. So, my original parents, they worshipped her, and it didn't help them. I look around the room. Is anybody listening?
Make a perception check.
Well, all of us are.
Besides
Easy
us. 17
Oh, right.
plus 320.
Oh yeah, there's lots of people listening. It's a bar.
Age.
Central for location. There's tons of people trying to listen into any conversation that seems interesting, and a bunch of knucklehead adventurers of all different races and stuff with weapons and artifacts of varying kinds and shiny armor that have been commissioned by the city and have fought a dragon. Yeah, people are listening in.
I have 3 of those things.
I mean, Vanvalor rarely takes off his fine-ass cloak that we got from Zardarog's fortress. So it definitely draws attention.
And then there's this beautiful faced yet gaunt, like, elf with like long dark hair, probably really spooky looking, one eye messed up.
And then there's Breker with his giant armor.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Cal, eyeing every single person he can see.
Well,
People
for
that
you
may
to
be listening would
ascertain,
probably.
I'm doing that. You must be looking at me.
Hey, drink!
It's okay. You know, a lot of people look at me. Don't worry about that.
Clothes. Sorry. I understand you don't want to speak up about your past, Mesh, but what about after this? After we deal with this this land, are you going to stay? Gonna go? I'm rather
Here?
curious about what your life will lead to.
Just Mesh or all of us?
Well, Mesh. I'm right now asking Mesh. I'll get to the rest of you.
I'm not sure, to be honest. My original intent has been diverted massively for coming here. So, depends on how my priorities change as time goes on.
Good answer, I guess. Don't always know.
You're still guarded. I mean, I suppose I can understand considering your nature.
Do doppelgangers have like their own gods and stuff that they worship?
Damn it, Cal.
Oh,
Cal, listen,
say so loud.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Cal, have my drink and take this.
What are you looking at?
well.
Don't listen to other people's conversations.
You need to drink
There was
more.
There's this dog breed. There's this dog breed called the truffle banger, and it's really fluffy, and that's that I was thinking about getting. I was getting a truffle ganger. I was thinking about getting one of those. Have you heard of those? They've got really curly tails.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they're super adorable.
Oh no, Hufflepuff.
I'm sorry, Mesh.
I mean, I know I'm bad.
It just slipped out.
I kick doors, but
It
I
happens
need to tell
sometimes.
you something that I don't want anybody to hear.
Just slips out sometimes. I'm sorry about that.
steady. Steady.
Yes, that's me.
Steady. Okay.
Steady. I thought you said Devii.
Steady,
Oh, no.
steady.
Steady. Okay. I thought you said
Mesh
Devii.
just
maybe-
goes like this on the table for now.
Okay,
I'm always
maybe
steady.
this is my fault. I shouldn't have brought this up. But my apologies, Mesh. I'm just curious because your life it is so much different than anything I've experienced, and I'm really curious to see how you operate.
You've seen me for the last more than almost 2 months now, I think. How long has it been?
No, not what I mean. I mean, how should I put this?
How does your kind function?
That's not what I mean. I mean, we're all here because of a threat, and I am under no illusion that once this threat has been dealt with, we may go our separate ways. You know, we may not continue adventuring. It could be a possibility. And what I'm basically wondering is, what will all of you do? I might be a little unsure about where I stand in this world afterwards.
Let me ask you in return, what would you do once you are the savior of this land?
You know, you think my answer would be to go back to my family, but In a strange, sick, twisted way, I kind of got what I always wanted. I'm helping people. I'm experiencing new and wondrous things. I would like to go, and I would like to stay. And I am unsure what the most sensible... No, not that. What my heart tells me to do.
Got time. Don't have to decide now.
A trait my brother didn't share. Patience. Well, what about all of you? What will all of you do once this menace has been dealt with?
I don't know, probably. Well, actually, I do know what I'm doing. Scratch that. I do know what I'm doing.
What will you do after you do that?
Oh, I mean, that'll take quite a while. So, I don't know. I'll probably hang out here. If it gets warmer, I mean, that's the plan. Like, we're gonna do something about that. And I will be able to take the trousers off. And I will strut around town. And I will not go back to the Feywild. That's what I'm not doing. I can tell you what I'm not doing.
I think I'd like to visit it sometime.
The Feywild?
Sounds
Yeah.
interesting enough to see.
I know
I
someone
mean,
that knows been there often. I think I'm curious.
oh
what it's
really?
like. Yeah.
Been there
Often brings
often.
like different trinkets from the Feywild. Tells the stories. Sounds
Tell me, how are they getting there?
I don't know. I think he had some kind of tuning fork. Because like he said it's attuned to the plane, whatever that means.
Because I'm not sure how I ended up here, to be
I
truthful.
don't know how you can go back and forth between a place with a little tuning fork, but
Well, since I don't want to go back to the Feywild, it doesn't matter if I know how to get there or not, so whatever.
Wait. You don't know how to get back. You don't want to go back. But say you found a way to go back. You now have a choice. You have the option. Would it change your opinion?
I got unfinished business here. I don't need to go back. There's nothing for me there. I'm not going back.
you're not gonna pursue the person you love.
I don't want to talk about that.
You don't know.
Drinks! We need more drinks for him. The best stuff you got.
Not the yellow stuff.
Vanvalor, we were thinking about heading towards these Goliath camps, and I happen to remember that you speak Goliath for some reason. Where'd you pick up
Oh
that?
yeah.
For some
Goliaths
reason.
speak giant. And so, as we discussed before, my mother left me on an ice floe for a deity.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
just mom things.
No, what? She sacrificed you to a deity?
Yeah, Arl. You know,
Wait,
the whole...
how do you...
Oh, wait, you're alive.
Yes, this is
I thought we
confusing.
talked about this before.
You did.
Mhm, We did.
But,
Was I
feel
drunk
like
when you
when
told
I was
me?
I am drunk right now.
I think that's the problem.
Not
You're
very
probably
right.
sober.
I heard you're drunk.
Damn,
I
I
can't
missed.
imagine that, to be honest. I can't imagine that happening.
I was found on the ice by a Goliath. And I spent some time with them before they brought me to 10 towns because I didn't really fit there physically, and I didn't mesh too well with them, but the giant language very much intrigued me even when I was little because it's very resonant and loud and
I kind of peek up when he
felt
says
like-
mesh.
and it it sounds like a
Did
language
me
of
well.
change and resonance, and it's a very good one, and that's why I kept up with it.
I usually don't think of Goliaths as musical folk. How did you end up in the bard profession? Because you're kind of shrimpy.
Yeah,
Way to
they
soften the blow there.
they have drums and they have songs, but it was here in 10 Towns where I got my first instrument.
Which one was it?
It was the
Mm.
violin. Like,
Oh, fine instrument, fine instrument.
and
Very much the
Sounds,
opposite of what you would
yeah.
anticipate as a tribal instrument or a instrument of the
Mhm.
giants is what he likes to use.
yeah, it's. I like the violin because it sounds like a voice, and
Do you
People-
think of your time
it's like
with the
another
giants
language.
fondly?
I do. They were very interesting. I was very young, so I don't remember them too much, but I do remember the loyalty. Most of all.
What's the lifespan of giants? Would they remember you if we went and found them?
Sorry, say that again?
Goliaths. How long do they live?
Lifespan?
I am going to say that traditionally it'll be about the same as humans, but only because they typically live reckless lifestyles. Your guess is that if they were put outside of the areas that they're kind of resilient natures would be able to endure, such as like the mountains, if they were in like more residential type environments, and also not doing increasingly dangerous or heavy lifting on the regular, they might potentially have longer lifespans, but it's only conjecture.
I mean, it's possible. I don't really remember too many of them. I was like 5. Oh. And I don't remember which tribe I was with even.
They left you here when you was
Maybe.
5?
And they dropped me off when I was like almost 6.
Wow, did that feel...
Just as a minor correction, it would have just been one Goliath.
It was just one? Okay.
But yeah,
Then it was just one. Then it was not a tribe. I lied to you.
it's okay.
God just told me.
It was actually a woman.
Yes. I did remember that it was a woman Goliath that found me.
A girl.
But yeah.
Caught you giant though, which is pretty cool.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
GG, girl Goliath.
And she did music. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But that's why I know giant.
It's delightful.
Did you ask something, Goldy? Because I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said that's delightful.
So what did I? Who's the worst liar out of you
Oh
guys?
yeah,
What did I miss?
Devii.
Oh,
me? No,
No,
I
I-
started
Okay.
out. Me?
no, like we were
Devii's
all
lies were so
confused.
bad.
Okay,
she
how
had to
about
do
this?
You had to do another
Wait,
round
don't-
with more
I did-
lies.
Don't tell him the first one. I'll give him the 3, and he has to see if he knows. How about that?
Okay. Interesting.
So I'll give him the 3 to the second one and see if you can guess it. Okay.
Hold on.
Uh,
Finish,
yes.
finish your cup. Finish your cup.
My cup?
Not
Drink,
you, not
drink,
you.
drink.
Vanvalor, finish your cup. We want you at
Drink.
your tip-top condition.
Drink, 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 drink.
Okay.
Drink it all up.
Okay. There you go.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
My 3 ones. I can't tie a nautical note like ropes and rigging to save my life.
Nautical note.
A nautical.
A nautical note.
A
That's
nautical
something
knot.
I
On
think
the
we
rope.
did this last time.
Rope plus
What?
knot. No.
Oh, there's a nautical note.
There you go. I can't tie a nautical knot to save my life. I've never had sex. I don't like cooking.
Good luck.
Let's see. Well,
See,
I
he's thinking
think-
that means I'm not too bad of a liar.
I think it's pretty obvious. The cooking one was the lie.
You're right. I like cooking.
Breker bursts out laughing.
Come on. Keep that obvious.
Where
Devii, you were a
was
book.
he? Where was he?
That is true. I don't really try to hide things. Where was he for
Wait.
what?
Didn't we have difficulty when we tried to decipher this? He got it quite quickly.
Well,
No,
some of you are a bit
it's
more dim-witted than others.
Well, I think out of I gave
The
the
drunkard in others, I think, is the real answer.
I wasn't clear about what was dimming or wits.
Oh, but have you thought of yours, Vanvalor? Do you have 3 for us?
Yes.
I had 2 and then I forgot. Well, I had 3 and now I only have 2 because I
That
forgot
sounds
one.
rather
Yeah, think on
familiar.
your feet.
I know.
Doesn't it, Breker?
I know.
What? I didn't mind.
You forgot yours. I remember that much. Irony.
Well, whilst you give that some
Okay.
thought.
I have them.
Oh, okay, you're ready.
Okay.
Wait. Now I need a better third one.
Okay, back to sleep.
Okay.
Nah, it should be fine. It should be fine. It should be fine.
We have
All right.
snacks.
The
to go
purpose
with
is
it,
not
the
to
drinks
deceive us,
fine.
Vanvalor. It's just for game.
Apparently, you can't do worse.
But
You
the
can't do
game
worse
is
than what
you
she just
win,
did.
right?
Yes. Somebody
Well,
who's already
we
a
have-
clear loser, so you're probably the winner.
We haven't decided
As
what
if
the
there was
prize is
actually a
yet.
winner or loser. There's not a winner or lose in this type of game. It's a get to know you game.
There is a prize though, right, Devii?
No, there's never. I've never played this where there's
Prize
a
is that we don't have to play the game anymore.
Exactly. Now we
Wait.
know
No,
each
the
other better.
prize. That's not
What
the
is-
prize.
The
What's
prize is
It
we
was-
know each other better.
The prize was 100 gold.
No, it never was. And if
It
there's
was.
going to be a prize, it's going to be to the person that did the worst in line. Thank you.
Mesh,
Why do I
there's
have
like
100 gold then?
significantly
clearly
more
was
people
over.
listening now.
100 gold.
Prize is on.
100 gold.
My
No.
head's under the table. At
Yeah,
this
it's
point.
your passive perception's picking up like all of these people just like
How are you supposed to determine the winner?
Why is Cal shouting?
group.
I don't know. He's
That's
had
the,
too much
that's
to
the
drink.
bonding experience, is deciding who wins.
Okay, fine, whatever. Do you have your 3?
No, I'm bad at this. Why am I bad
Okay.
at this?
It's okay, you
Don't make me
know,
look bad.
Devie's
It's
bad at
okay.
it as well, so...
Those were
You know
good
what?
lies. Good.
You know what? It's
Thank-
fine. Take this drink.
I figured
It
as
will
a
help
sailor, you
you.
guys would think that I knew how to tie a knot.
Devii.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was ironic.
Cal's just looking at Devii like, what the fuck? I
I've
don't think...
tried my whole life to learn how to do it. Like I can do it like a normal knot, but if you're like trying to, tie down the hatches or
You gotta do certain knots, otherwise, like, the boat can... a ship can... You
want to know why? Because these hands have absolutely no strength in them whatsoever. It's not that I can't tie the knot; it's that I can't
Oh.
pull it tightened.
you're gonna catch these hands.
Oh, right. I don't think you need to be strong tie the nautical knots because they're like once you've got the skill and then like, you're doing this and once you've got the skill.
Actually, I must agree with that.
Okay.
The whole idea of doing knots is the fact that you can put them in such a combination that the actual strength is within the knot.
As long as you don't go knots over it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why you can tie a really heavy boat to a pair.
Drunk Goldy is smart Goldy.
I'm taking a nap.
He's admitting he's drunk. He's admitting it.
Yeah.
I no longer care.
All right, he said he has a 3. Let's hear him out. That way I don't have to listen to this drunken man talk anymore.
Thank goodness.
All right.
You love it.
Number 1.
No.
Okay.
All of you are some of my favorite people.
That's the lie.
Well, I lied when I said somebody was going to be worse than Devii.
It's true. I know it.
Number 2.
It was number 2.
I love 10 tons. And number 3. I once caught a 6-foot fish.
A 6-foot fish?
2 lies,
6-foot
1
fish.
truth. Is it?
Is it 2?
Is it a fish anymore?
Isn't it 2 lies and 1 truth? Is it 2 lies and
No,
1
it's
truth?
2 truths and 1 lie.
Yeah.
Because 2 of those sounded like lies
the
to
first
me.
2 sounded like lies, because I feel like you
The
don't.
second 2 sounded like lies.
Although you still wear your tiger thing, so maybe you do.
He doesn't like 10 towns. It's a lie.
Yeah, but does he like us?
Velen folds her hands, and you can see her eyes are like sizing Vanvalor up, just like looking up and down.
Yep.
Well, I know he likes me. I mean, you know.
He said all of you are some of his favorite people, so that includes.
Oh,
you and
right.
Jodie.
Ooh, is there a secret here? Ooh.
She has
Oh, I
like
missed-
wrinkles on her wrinkles as her brow furrows. It's like,
Oh, I missed that bit.
And she does have that eye patch, which is like getting plastered deeper and deeper in her eye socket as she's like furrowing. She's like kind of messes with her hair for a nervous thing and just kind of looks.
Then again, would you blatantly tell us you don't like us?
Well, would that mean he doesn't like us, or that he's just like
Well, he
Sees-
he
I
said
mean, I
all,
just
so
say
maybe
favorite
there's
people,
somebody.
right?
equate?
Well, favorite
Maybe
people,
there's
right,
other
okay.
people.
Some of your favorite people, right? Is what you said.
I
Something
said that's a
like-
lie. That's my vote, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I gave my opinion. I think it's number 2.
I feel it's number 2.
Let me see your hands.
Ah, that's cheating.
It's not cheating.
Cheating.
I'm at a
There's no
disadvantage.
rules
You've known him for at
cheating.
least a month. Shut up. Let me look.
Why do you need to see
How does
that?
someone's hands help
Sorry,
you
I'll
figure
take
out
these
the
Enhance.
lie?
Enhance.
Actual things on your
She like does this thing with her fingers. Enhance.
Oh, I just like to see she'll like lift up her eye patch.
She like digs in Cal's bag and gets out like a gem stud like inspector. All right, I've seen enough.
Okay, what's the answer then?
I'll go last.
Well, you are last because we all voted, didn't we?
No.
Oh no, wait. Breker.
Meshes is still on like that on the table like that, but his mage hand pops up and does a 3.
Don't be shy.
I love it when his mage hand pops up.
Alright, so what was 1? I don't remember what order I said them in.
You said that
Well, where
we're some of your favorite people.
Some of your favorite people.
Okay.
I think that's true. I
It
think
was
that's
people
true.
10 towns fish.
But when you say people, you're not including Velen, obviously, because she came here later, so we're not including her.
Well,
People
I'll
10
say-
pounds fish. Sounds like
Preposterous. You would have better odds if he liked you, if I was involved. We get along fantastic, thank you very much.
Detecting
tell.
I prefer his
lie.
music to your whining anyways.
I make music too, I just don't do it very often.
He's actually really good at music.
The lie is the 3-foot fish.
Okay.
6
it
foot,
6
he
foot?
said.
Or
The
even
6
more
foot.
so.
That's the point. I don't think he could catch one with
6
those
foot
arms.
fish.
Is it
I don't
really
believe
big
that.
still a fish?
A really big, like.
The only
I
way
don't
this
say
man
that.
would be able to
They're
catch a
all
fish
lies.
is if he
Wait.
did that crazy gravity bullshit against it.
Wait.
And he's only been able to do that recently.
Doesn't mean he
A
doesn't have
6-foot
help.
fish. Who amongst us does fishing? Devii, you must have done fishing when you was out at sea, right?
No.
How easy is it to catch a 6-foot fish?
Drunkard is a fisherman, and you would rather talk to the sailor, who is a medic.
Oh,
Swear to God, you need
fuck!
to drink
Yeah,
more
he's a
right now.
fisherman. That he's a fisherman. He's a fisherman.
Stink.
Goldy.
I have nothing for you. I have nothing for you.
Goldie.
Oh, get a
How
room. What
easy
is
is
the
it to
answer?
You've broken your bridge now. You burned your bridge now.
Goldie, how easy is it to catch a 6-foot fish? Or how many 6-foot fishes have you caught?
I hear nothing.
Now he's giving you
I hear nothing.
What you did? You've never caught a 6-foot fish?
I
Goldy?
don't hear words.
You need a translator. Do you need someone?
I will drink.
John, I'm
That's
John.
all I will do.
Yeah, you're no help.
Okay, do you have the votes then?
Oh, the ballots have been tallied. Thank fuck. What is the
Thank
answer?
goodness, what's the answer?
I have caught a 6-foot fish.
I don't believe you still. I don't care if that's not the lie.
I knew it.
Well, what's the lie then?
It is possible. We do have weird fishes and
Do you have an
And you are
anecdote?
some of my
Anecdote,
favorite
anecdote.
people.
Oh, but I lost, but I'm still happy.
Wait,
Should
what?
have gone with my gut instinct. I was involved, wasn't I?
No, it's
God
only
damn it.
Shush, Felon, that's with you.
Don't you shush an old lady. Fuck
That
you.
means you don't like 10 tones then.
Yo, you can fuck me
I
anytime
hate
you
10
want.
towns.
No.
I hate it here.
Oh, I was
This is one of the
right.
worst places on the planet.
I knew it. I knew
But
it.
I'm
find that
here.
out too.
I'm here for the people.
Makes sense.
The place is
Sounds
shit.
like somebody from Canada.
Well,
but the
I'm
people
glad to hear that you
are
like us.
amazing.
That makes me
Hey,
feel better.
as a
The
fellow
10 towners
resident
are some of the most loyal, kind people you'll ever meet.
Ah, so
They
you don't
have
like
to
the
rely
city,
on
but
each
you like
other
the
all
people.
the time. Yes.
Waited.
They have to rely on each other like people in other places don't. And it creates a different kind of person.
What do you think of the tribes,
the world
though?
is better
That's
for
the
it.
real question.
Oh, we
Oh,
asked
they're the opposite
have-
almost, right?
opposite. Okay.
Where they fight each other to try and survive instead of working together.
And you
They
don't like it.
claw and fight their way to some imaginary top and die along the way.
Sounds pointless.
Are you sure about that? Didn't you say you left when you were 5 years old? How much of the tribes do you remember?
Some.
Have you interacted with
I
them?
remember my mother.
Maybe that's
and the things
sullying
she
your
tried to
view a
teach
bit.
me.
And maybe she's the exception, or maybe the tribe that she rules specifically is the exception.
I think the tribe should be treated like people. It's case by case.
I
I don't
think they are people.
mean
What?
people.
Are they
The
are
attitude
they
that you've given your
humans?
mother doesn't even feel like you give her the time of day as if she's human in some contexts.
Are
You really
they,
don't like
are
her,
they
do you?
humans? May I
Why
ask?
would you like her? What reason would he have to like her?
I don't know. I
Well, if
don't
I
know.
know.
Your family's humans, or they were humans, right? Vanvalor,
Half elf.
right? Isn't Vanvalor a human?
Well,
He's half elf, right?
He's a
You
half
see his
elf.
pointy ears? They're like partial. They're not as pointy as mine, but they're still pointy.
Man, I don't know, man. Humans, they just.
What's
Well,
this horrible thing you're saying about me now?
I can't tell the
Goldie's a
difference,
human.
man.
Goldie's a human. He's the only
Ugh.
human amongst us.
So that is twice you
Is
decided
it?
to
Are you a
learn
human
my
too, Helen?
Oh,
name.
So what's the difference between a human and a half elf?
If you can see my age, yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's in the name of half elf.
It's a half
half
human,
elf and half what?
Well,
Human.
Traditionally,
He's also a
half-elves are
half-human.
referred to as such as a half-elven, half-human, and people don't like to be called half-human because it's very nondescript.
So what about if a elf and a orc have a kid? Like, what's that
Half
called?
orc.
Then?
It would depend on what the appearance of the human, or rather the humanoid in this case, would appear to be. If they took more after their orcish kind, then they would appear more half-orcish. If they took more traits from the elven side, they would be half-elven.
Sorry,
Depends on how things manifest. Actually, if you Devii would probably be able to tell you because she's not actually a full elf.
Well, I'm.
Oh my god, the revelations!
I am.
This is the
elf,
first
but
I'm
from
ever
different
hearing about
elves.
this.
I have two different types of elven.
God, I was a fisher, man.
There's more than
my
one type of
father-
elf?
Yeah.
Well, I guess there
Drow,
was
right?
different
Drow are like the
elf.
ones that are like live in the dark.
There are many kinds of
Maybe
elves.
there was some other elves in the Feywild.
Well, my
Yeah.
mother was a high elf. High elves are, I guess probably the most common type of elf, and then my father was a Shatterkai. Well, not even full Shatterkai, really. So I'm like maybe like.
For those of you unfamiliar
still
with
an
the
elf.
elven tongue, that means shadow elf.
Shadow elf, yeah, from the Shadowfell.
In the more common tongue.
Feywild.
Okay.
So basically, I have stuff from both the Feywild and the Shadowfell.
So can you speak elf?
Yeah, I can speak Elven.
Oh, right. I can't speak Elven. No.
I can't.
I mean, I
that's
wouldn't.
all Elven common. That's all I
Well,
can speak.
I wouldn't mind learning. It sounds like
it's
a
still. Do you speak
fine
Sylvan?
language. Yeah, Sylvan. Yeah, I speak Sylvan.
Elven is like. It's like a very modernized version of Sylvan, so you might be able to pick up on a few words.
Oh, really?
Maybe we can teach each other. It wouldn't be that difficult for us to learn it.
Yeah, let's do a language exchange.
Kind of like Latin and English.
Oh, okay. I don't know what those languages are, but
But yeah, maybe we could teach each other how to. I'll teach you how to speak Elvish. You can teach me how to speak Sylvan. That way I can use it when I go to the Feywild.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not going to the Feywild. I mean, you can. I mean,
When I
I'm
go,
going
I'll
there.
be able to use it.
So, Valen, about that light bulb moment you had a while ago.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about, Mr. Doppelganger?
We'll talk about that later.
Doppelganger is a fluffy dog, and it has a
Shut up.
It has a shaggy
Nope, you've
coat,
already
especially
cat's
for
out of
the
the bag. It's already
winter.
no.
Ah, damn!
Why?
I thought I was.
What's going on?
I thought I was helping.
It was a
That
nice
explains
try.
why you know things that I'm thinking sometimes, now
Said
doesn't
I'm
it?
bad at lying.
Well, the cat's out of the bag, so.
Anyways, he was talking about the Chardalin not being evil and like the devil guy.
Devil guy?
Not devil, demon? What was it? The guy that was working with Zardarok, was he a devil, demon? I don't know.
He was a devil.
Devil, okay.
He was a devil.
Isn't that what you said?
That's what you
Yeah.
said.
Oh, I don't know what he was. He just.
No, you
teleported
said it
away
was
to
that he
see-
was
You
a
gave
devil.
me a description of what he turned
no,
into.
and
then I told you that that was a devil, correct?
Oh, okay. Yeah. You told us it was a devil.
That makes a lot more sense.
And then you were like,
Everything seems to
oh,
make
you
more
had, like,
sense.
We were talking about why the devils might want the destruction of 10 towns or something.
Yeah, or
And
like
that
why
made
they
you-
were using Chardalin and the Baylor demon.
All right. Let's not freak everyone out in this tavern, okay? Low voices. We've already revealed that there's someone amongst us that seems to be not amongst us as their current form.
He's here with us. He just looks
Anyways.
Fix that. Good lord.
The
Can I? Okay, can I just notice if people are actually reacting to anything we said, if they're like leaving or?
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I'll do a perception check.
I mean, you don't need to roll anything. I've already told you multiple times that people have been rotating and listening and leaving and coming in and paying more attention. Chalcedony's screaming about a reward of 100 gold that would get the entire tavern's attention because he's screaming that information. You guys are incredibly obvious with what you're trying to do.
I'm actually hoping that it's just bullshit at this point.
I want to hear what it is, though. I'm very curious.
Well, according to the research that I've required, Paladin is a metal substance. It's not necessarily evil. It's not necessarily good. It's a medium. How would I explain this? And she grabs a cup of water on the table. Now, this is a cup of water. It accepts things, is influence with the realm of heat. Yes? So if you would like to influence this with warmth, it will change its form and it will adopt things. It will be warm to the touch. It will be very hot, depending on how much influence it is and how powerful it is. But it is a powerful medium. It holds the heat. It can be utilized as steam, not just in its liquid form. However, it is isolated from the icy form, in that if it has accepted heat and it has accepted this steam form, it cannot revert to the other without expending the heat. Okay? And then the reverse is true. It also accepts cold, which is inherently an opposite. It will be super cooled in this form. It will change its type, and then it might even obtain a different form or a different medium of ice. Right? It is accepting of two different forms of heat. Dallan in like form can accept good and evil.
Is it like
a blessed thing from the planes or different influences? It in Zardorok's fortress has probably been taking negative influence from that devil of some sort. Maybe there's something in 10 towns that has influenced it and the devil wants to do something with it. I don't know, but there's some other more sinister influence with this. Dallan that has caused the madness that we've been experiencing.
Is it something that causes magic to be heightened some way? Is it like a conductor for...
That's what I'm getting at, is instead of it being influenced by heat, it is influenced by magic. It holds magic incredibly well. It is very malleable and durable and able to accept and hold magic in probably the most inefficient manner that it's known.
Right. So it's only a case, it doesn't amplify the magic.
We don't know enough about Dallan. We just barely have scratched the surface. All of the Dallan I've come across has been like this, where it's been evil and magic and influenced you to lose your sanity. What was that?
Can we fix it?
I don't know about fixing or anything. It's
like Breker. Could he like put a bunch of goodness into it or something?
Well, I don't know. I mean, a Breker, are you able to change the nature of magic?
Can't you do something like?
Or are you? I mean, I'm familiar with the arcane nature of removing curses, but that's different than blessing something, right? When you change the heat of something, you're not just giving it more heat. You're giving it time and energy, and it's not just reducing its cold to hot. It's making it hot itself, right? You can't just sublimate it. This is where the analogy is going to break down, because this is magic and good and evil and influence from upper planes and lower planes. I don't know if it can be consecrated, desecrated, or if I have no idea. There's too much unknowns about this. All of the influence of the Dallan that we've had thus far has been nothing but destruction and insanity.
I mean, would it be worth a shot?
Sure, but what's the cost?
Fortunately, I can't.
There's not enough knowledge in this subject, and all I have is what Scant has gotten from books.
I am unable to do any sort of hallowed spell.
But the epiphany that I had, if you will, is that the devils are also interested in this substance. Then there might be... I'm not sure if they're the source of it. Why would there be a devil here? Why would the devil be manipulating Zardarok of all people? What possible through lines would they have with the Shardolin? Is there more Shardolin here than just what Zardarok was able to find? Have you found more?
In East Haven, there was a big demon statue which made of Charlatan.
Maybe they were after that.
Oh, so that big statue probably had a lot of the evil
I mean, they
magic
probably wouldn't have been able
influence.
to carry it, but they probably would have destroyed it or something and
Perhaps
then carried
we
it back in
should check.
pieces.
Perhaps we should make our way to.
Where was that again? I've forgotten.
East Haven.
Basement in East Haven.
Lost Cari
East
again.
Haven.
She'll be back in a
Oh.
second. Discord just drops randomly.
Yeah.
So, I was gonna say, should we go to East Haven and check to see if there's any remains of that, if it's been stolen?
I think that might be a decent idea.
Do we know what they was doing with it? Did they just keep it in that room?
Yeah, it was in the upper room, but I don't know anything other than that. They had a rope tied around it, but it wasn't like... Wait, no. The rope was also invisible, sorry.
Now, I just want to bring this to attention when you guys are talking about the statue. Some of you saw something there. This
Me
would
and
be
Devii did.
this
Me and
this
Devii
would
did.
be
At
this would be
seance.
a PTSD for you. This is something that you would remember and would not be a pleasant experience to remember.
Right, okay.
So just keep that in mind for role-playing purposes.
Yeah, they had it in the second story. And it just looked like a... They said it looked like a Balor demon, and apparently there had been like a Balor demon that had come and attacked the towns like 100 years ago.
Velen
Oh,
is whipped out a journal and is furiously writing.
They got this statue out of a crash in the lake above Lake Dinaval.
Yeah.
There's a whole story about the White Lady in Lake Dinaval too. You guys saw something, didn't you? After the seance thing?
At the seance, yeah, we saw something. It was like... It was on the window that we saw something.
Oh, yeah, that I meant you saw something after the seance on the...
Oh, yeah, I mean, that statue was like...
I didn't see
Like,
it
there was
the seance.
There was like a...
There was a
like a
person.
woman,
There was a
and
woman tied
she
up
was
to
like...
the actual statue.
She was like
I like to remember.
dripping wet. But the water, it didn't seem like it was coming from anywhere. It was
Wait, was this an illusion?
Right.
No.
Seems like
well, only some of us could see it,
Or
so
did you touch it to see if it was an illusion?
No. I
We-
wanted to.
Yeah, we said
it
I
had
wanted to
not
touch
to.
it. I
It
wanted
had
to
the
touch it,
evil-
but I was told repeatedly not to do that.
Wait a second, who saw
had
this?
Me
I did.
was one
I
of them.
did.
Oh, wait, let's just back this up. Raise your hands. Who saw this?
It's Totem was not
Breker,
here.
Breker and Daughter also, I think.
Everybody but myself and Mesh.
Okay. So only some of you saw this. Was anyone else present with you that also did or did not see this?
Other
Yeah,
people
the
did not, but we did,
speaker was with us.
He didn't see.
He
we
did
did a
not
weird
see
seance
that.
with a weird guy.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Did
He
he
didn't
see?
see nothing.
Yeah,
Before.
Mesh and I didn't
Did
go to the
the-
seance.
A seance?
Did the bard see the white the
See,
thing you saw?
He did.
He did, yeah.
He was very rude to me. And so I don't know.
He saw her as well,
He did? Okay.
if I remember right.
So let me get this straight. Is there a correlation with the seance?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently they talked to her in the seance and saw like right
I mean-
guys and things.
Wait,
This
So
is all very confusing.
the person that was doing the seance, he was possessed, wasn't he? Oh,
yeah, he became possessed during the seance.
It was
and said
cut-
some stuff.
Nah, I
The
mean,
way-
he was.
Was he
The
pulling
way-
your
the way
leg
you
or is this
spoke.
real?
It was a
Isn't it
strange situation with that seance because it was like he was doing an act, but then it really happened anyway.
and he
So
had
what
no
you're saying is
memory
it
of
was
this.
probably just a bunch of bullshit and then it actually happened and surprised the bejeebus out of you guys and he didn't realize what was happening.
He didn't know what was going
It's a
on.
really
had
good way
no
to
idea.
describe it. It's almost
He
like
doesn't
you were
even
there.
Well, I'm just
I was
using the
drinking
information
tea.
that you gave me. I'm just trying to
Oh, that was-
summarize, that's all.
That
Is that
was actually
correct?
that was pretty close because he didn't believe it. Like it
That's right.
happened in front of
Didn't
his
believe
eyes,
it.
but then he didn't believe it, which was really
No, he got
weird.
really pissed at me when I was like, "Hey, you had the white lady talk through you. Apparently, that's what my friends told me." And he's like, "I don't
Maybe he was
know."
just in denial
Perhaps.
or didn't want to
Yeah.
be afraid or something. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
because,
people
like,
come
Devii
in
asked
contact
him-
with things that make them afraid if they're not, you know, typical adventuring types. It makes sense.
Speaking of which, I hope he's still alive because I would feel really badly talking about him like that if.
Well,
I don't
the
feel
odds
bad.
are
I
not in
think
his
I think
favor,
he
I'm
was-
afraid.
Yeah.
I think he was scamming people out of money, to be honest with you.
I didn't scam you out of anything. You got some
I didn't
information,
give
right?
him any. I didn't give him much. I don't remember giving. I don't know. I can't remember if I gave him money again or not.
Okay, were we the only ones listening to that? Was there anyone else in that tent?
They all screamed and ran away.
Just to be clear, you guys
Yeah.
were inside of another room and there was people present.
Yeah, we was in a
No, we-
room in.
There's a back
There was
room.
other people there, and they got freaked out.
They
Yeah.
ran past us.
No one stayed, huh? It was just us.
They saw them getting possessed and they were just like, I'm not here for this. Pretty much what his response was when he was confronted. He's like, no, couldn't have happened. All right, well, Baylor, I don't know what that is, but let me hang on, I'm gonna roll for this.
I could try to sketch it for you.
Well, even if you drew me a picture, I wouldn't realize what a Baylor is besides name or image. I don't know what it is.
Gath? No.
No, Scath is Netheri's business, not
Okay.
devils and demons. He has his only area of expertise. All right.
Hold
Now,
that up,
I will tell
over
you
his
this.
head.
What I can denote is that devils and demons are opposites, and yet both bad. They hate each other just as much as they hate things that are good. They are bound by different things. Devils are bound by law. Demons by chaos. They both want some end, but the end looks different for each of them. One, tyranny and control and absolutes. Another would be something similar to a free-for-all, chaos, where the strongest survive and don't really give much care to their subordinates. It's just a free-for-all of hierarchy within a stream of power. If you get old, you get killed. If you get weak, you get killed.
Like your mom.
My mother?
Oh, not your mother. Vanvalor's mother.
Oh. Well, anyways, devils and demons are beings of magical power. That's about all I can determine. And they're not from this realm. They're from the lower planes. Similar to angels, if you will.
Alright.
Angels would be from the upper planes, and they have their own opposites. Angels themselves are in the realm of probably closer to neutrality.
Does that make sense? It's like the Shadowfell and the Feywild are opposites.
I don't know if there would be more of the realms of law. Probably leaning law. I don't really know what chaotic good would be. Probably something about...
Perhaps?
Well, maybe pretty close to what Breker believes, actually.
Okay.
Breker, you don't have a really strong sense of rules and regulations, more of like a creed. A balance of power, if you will. The realm of good, but not necessarily like you must abide by these specific laws.
Are you
The laws I
Breker?
follow are my own.
Yeah, see, that's pretty chaotic, I'd say. But it's still a good law. Or a good anti-law, if you will, in this case. They abide by a creed and more generic principles rather than the absolute.
Only a safety is an absolute.
So there's good things and evil things, and there's laws, and there's chaos, and there's neutrality, somewhere in between. I'd say Breker's probably creed is somewhere in between law and chaos, potentially in the realm of neutrality, maybe a little chaotic leaning, but he would agree that, I mean, good and evil is highly subjective in, of course, many cases, but that's what I personally land. But anyways, we're digressing. The point is that devils and demons are both evil influences, and if this medium, Charlatan, is influenced by devils and demons alike, then perhaps something sinister happened a long time ago here. Maybe before the Netherese city even existed. Maybe from the Netherese city.
That's possible, because they said that the Baylor demon was only like 200 or 100 years ago, and from what you're telling me, the Netherese was longer than that.
Historically accurate information?
It's the information we were told by the local people.
She just starts jotting down stuff in her notebook again.
That's the only verification I can give you, is the local people told us that.
Well, when we finally figure out what the fuck is going on in that city, I'm gonna find you an answer.
Wait, she said something. The woman, didn't she?
She did. But she did.
Let me find my notes.
She was saying something. Yes.
Rob, detect thoughts around the room. Am I picking up anybody who has any input or some kind of reference to what you're talking about? Because we have people from East Haven potentially in the room.
Right, well, yeah.
I'm gonna have you give me a wisdom save. We'll figure it out. There's a lot of people in here. There's a lot of thoughts. You're trying to zero in on one thing is pretty impossible to do.
A lot of people have congregated from
14.
the other towns.
It's not easy finding anything. It's just a lot of conjecture between middle grounds of like some people that are not paying attention at all and trying to sift through that, and then you have people that are trying to pay attention and are like wondering things like, when are they gonna start doling out the gold bets so that I can maybe steal it, or you know, or what the fuck is this about a Baylor? What the hell is that? Is that a special kind of sled dog? And then you've got other things where they're like, is this part of the game? You know, there's all kinds of different things that people are thinking, but you have no idea. And then after a certain point of just trying to sift through everything, you're just like you just like give up. Because it's just like, all right, there's no point in really trying to sift through this many different conversations, because by the time that somebody's instant couple of thoughts that you've sifted through and listened into, you move on to the next one, they're probably already moving on to another conversation in their head. So you would have needed to know exactly who's thinking about something at that given time in order to zero in on that. So your guess is that it was probably too difficult of a check to be able to make, but of the people that you checked and that immediate response, nothing.
Last thing. Just a quick glance around the room if anybody's eyeing me specifically after the comment Wallin made.
All right, you can make another check. Perception.
15.
Okay, I need to check something.
I can read you this. I don't have it brackets, but basically I had written her body is under the lake, murder, drowned, hag. But I guess murder and hag are probably have to do with the four fishermen.
We assumed that she had been murdered. I don't know if we knew that, did we? Or or are you saying that's just what
I
Devii
think we
thought?
assumed it was the hags that killed her, but now that I'm reading this, maybe the
What did you roll,
four
Mesh?
fishermen were murdered, but
15.
Okay.
oh, wait, no.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that's exactly what you needed. So I rolled against this.
So the story of the White Lady is similar to the one that the girl at the inn told us. There is an old song, ahead of winter's wind she came, the lovely woman with no name, draped in a fur-lined cloak of red, the icy lake she fled. The wind pressured her all the same, as sure as night she's dead. According to the research about the White Lady, she was known to have gone missing and had a husband that drowned. Okay, so that goes back to drown, so maybe he was the one that was murdered.
That is a song that you heard from the girl in a different city.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I said, the story of the White Lady is similar to the one that the girl at the inn told us. And then I wrote down
I'm
the song
telling you,
she
the
told
White
us.
Lady is from a completely different lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the White Lady is from
just
the other
saying-
lake on the left side of
Exactly.
10 Towns, and you guys
I
are
know
at
that.
East Haven, which
I
is the
said
right
it's
lake.
just similar, like maybe she would to both
All right,
places.
I'm gonna kick you guys back over
I guess
here.
maybe I'm wrong with that. But anyways, yeah, I did know they were different.
So
At the time,
the White
we
Lady
didn't
is
know which way
Maridul
was-
Dawn. There
the
you go.
White Lady-
Lake Dinashir is not the where the artifact was found.
According to his research about the White Lady, she was known to have gone missing and had a husband. We ended up finding that stuff that the husband had that drowned, and they were relatively wealthy. He was a miser, but we found the chest.
Are you done so I can do this with Mesh?
Well, I was trying to find the info for them because they asked what she said. I was trying to.
Yeah, I'm just asking if you're finished so that I can tell Mesh the result of his check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, man.
You have anything else? Okay. Mesh makes it, breaks it. There's one person that's heavily coated that hasn't removed their coat and their hood, and they have like a scarf covering their mouth that you can see is sitting about 4 or 5 tables away and is really good at hiding their interest in your group. But you're not sure the gender or even what the person's features are, just that there's some coverings and they seem to be listening intently to your conversation before they shake your glance as you meet eyes. You go back to drinking at their table.
Any detect thoughts from that guy?
Mm-hmm. Yep. This person is thinking... Think about nothing, think about nothing, think about nothing, think about nothing, think about nothing. It's a doppelganger.
Under
think
the
about nothing.
table. Under the table, I'm gonna message Breker. We got some eyes looking suspiciously back there.
Heavy coats.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna send Blackie to keep
Oh.
an eye.
How would you play? Do you want me to
Wouldn't
play?
everyone say Black?
Glenn, I have the name of that demon for you if you want to write that down.
Yes, absolutely.
It's Errtu, E-R-R-T-U,
Errtu, all
according
right.
to how Cari spelled it.
Yep, that's fine.
One of the most powerful demons known to exist.
Well,
Whereas
that's up
it's
for
10 tons about a century ago.
Do we need a distracting music playing?
Century. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't necessarily mean that it was
Also,
imprisoned. It
this-
was an artifact of
This
reference, maybe.
Chardalin statue of the demon that was a figurehead of a ship was about 8 feet tall.
Wait a second. You said that this was something that is 10 Towns history, yes?
Yes.
So then why is something of
Wait.
Chardalin from 10 Towns history. Maybe she like scratches off some things in her notebook. Potentially this piece of shot on this big piece might not be connected necessarily with the Netherese then.
Didn't you guys hear the white lady crying when she was attached?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She was sobbing, yes.
I don't understand why you're trying to make the white lady into this beast of
I don't know why.
being.
But I saw her
Well,
on-
It's come up. The white lady's lore is from a completely different area.
That's true, but we just called her that just because, like, I don't know. How did we end up calling her that? It's
She
just
was completely.
she was
drenched
wearing.
in a pale white, her face covered with her hair.
Listen, if you want to think that she's the white lady, that's up to you. I'm not going to tell you
maybe
what
it's
conclusions
not
that
the
you
white
should and
lady,
shouldn't
but it was a
make.
woman.
I'm just saying that if you
I
have the white
don't know
lady's
what
lore
she-
is about the Mayor Duldon, and the Lac Dinashir is not where you found this information, or this whatever thing that you're talking
Okay,
about.
it was a woman that was tied to the thing.
We don't even know if that statue is still standing, do we?
You have no idea. You haven't gone back to E7 yet.
No, we haven't. We're
So it might have got destroyed. Maybe it freed the poor unfortunate woman. She seems to be
We have to go
tied.
back, don't we?
tied to
Well, I
that.
don't think there's going to be much
statue.
left. The only towns that they have confirmed from the council of what's left of the 10 towns leadership for the speakers is Targos and this place. That's it.
Dang. So East Haven might be razed to the ground.
East
It
Haven was
is
target
raised
number
to the
3 on the
ground.
map that we found, Cal.
It was raised to the ground, but perhaps we could find some.
Oh my
of-
gosh.
There
We've
is a
gotten some
part of me
reports that
feels we
not
should
everything
go.
in the was it Caer Dinevel or was it Caer Konig? I believe it was Caer Dinevel had a very large portion of that tower. Was supposedly the tower was untouched by the dragon. Very mysterious, but
Really?
We've never been to Caer Dinevel.
well, that's just what the reports were from when I was talking with the speakers when we were gathering information about what happened. That's all I was able to say. They said that most of the citizens didn't make it from the town, but that the tower and the tower in town was left intact when the remaining survivors made it through from Caer Konig. They reported this.
Right.
Wasn't that
That's what happens
statue?
when something's not alive. It can't.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
was,
it
like,
had no
told to
problem
target.
leveling the buildings in the other towns. I don't know why it would randomly leave a turret alone.
Maybe it was told to destroy certain, like, 10 town
Oh,
buildings.
yeah.
It's possible.
Maybe that
Maybe
one
there
is-
was a
They
hideout
wanted
there
the
or
turret
something.
for something. We should
I'm thinking, like,
definitely-
if you have, like, if you, like, would summon something that can't think for itself, it only follows specific orders, right?
The instructions, yeah.
That would
It
make
had-
sense.
But
Yeah,
maybe its
that's
instructions
right.
didn't include
Perhaps we.
Its instructions seem to be
Those
to
things.
destroy the buildings, destroy
Perhaps
you
it
know,
can't
the-
even destroy other Shardlin things.
No, perhaps we could ask, I can't remember his name, the Silver Dragonborn, who was the speaker of Caer Konig. Perhaps we could ask
Trovis.
to go,
Trovis.
Trovis, to go on like
Trovis,
a mission. Tell him.
You think a Shardlin
That's
thing
out.
can't Sorry, Mesh, you think maybe a Shardlin thing can't destroy another Shardlin thing?
Doesn't want to, maybe something like that.
Because if that was the case, that
Maybe
statue
it-
could still be standing.
Programming thing. So maybe.
I
Maybe
mean,
it's
or it was
sense-
ordered not to destroy it.
Yeah, that
Wasn't-
I think
I mean,
Maybe-
yeah,
Wasn't the
it's
statue underground?
Maybe it
It was
we
in a
looked at the.
It was
we
in the
looked at its
basement.
pattern thing.
Yeah,
Did the pattern
So,
have anything
there's
about it?
there's a possibility it could still exist, because why would the dragon? I mean, it would know it's down there, so there's possibility it could survive.
Was it
That's
basement
true.
or upper floor? I think it was upper floor.
No, it was in the basement.
Or basement.
It was in.
We
Yeah,
went-
yeah.
They're both wrong. It's in the
We
main
went
area.
down.
It's on the main floor. Okay.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
one
yeah,
floor
Maybe it
and
didn't-
two upstairs areas. It was in the main area where, well, actually there is a basement. So That's wrong. There's an upstairs and a basement, but the basement is a prison where they did interrogating of the Durgar that you guys captured.
Right.
Yeah.
The upstairs. Okay, I'm remembering the upstairs because in the
Upstairs
room
is where
with
the library
statue,
is.
there was an upstairs.
That's right. Yeah, there's staircases in the room because the speaker came down from his office to talk with you
Yeah,
guys there.
that's why I remember that. Okay. So that's another detour at some point.
Maybe something about
Speaking
the
of detours.
ruins in that town make it not part of 10 towns. The dragon was told to destroy all 10 of 10 towns. Maybe something about that place told it was not one of those places.
Hmm.
You would know better than I would know about.
Well, speaking of detours, while we're at it, she like spreads out the map, sinks a dagger into one side and an ale on another corner to kind of hold it down. All right. We have some information in East Haven you'd like to travel and check out. Okay, Dinavel is here, but we can check that out at another time. We're going here next, which is what we think is
Sure.
something to do with Torterra, and finalizing some of his loose ends. Here is where the Dark Duchess was, and our biggest worry going back to the Sea of Moving Ice. Over here is where you stated there's a beam of light that you would like to investigate. Here is where the Sky Tower, where is this? Sky Tower Shelter and the Wormdoom Crag are. And last, this large thing on the right is the Redhead Glacier, where we believe Ithrin lies somewhere. And last, this is the location of Angajuk's. Here. Where we think
Look at that.
we could potentially go north and try to find.
Who's going?
So these are all the locations that we've discussed. East Haven, Caer Dinevel, Torterra's loose ends, the Dark Duchess and the home of potential one of the homes of this dragon, Angajuk's Bell, a beam of light, 2 sections of Goliath encampments, and of course the Redhead Glacier itself, from north to south.
What is
Wasn't there a thing about a white moose as well somewhere?
That was Lonely Woods.
Hmm.
what is Angajuk spell? Who's Angajuk?
You remember that?
It's the-
You threw the stone at the
Bubble
bells
fish.
and Yep.
Bubblefish.
Oh, but like I thought that was a fairy tale.
Oh.
Rob, I have Blackie like under the table,
can
under
still
some
check.
table, and keeping an eye on the guy in case he moves. Single.
Make a stealth check.
That's a 9 plus I think 2.
He doesn't leave, but he's definitely
No, 9 plus 4, so 13.
okay. He's definitely looking at the table, back and forth and ordering drinks and stuff. But
If he moves, I don't know about it. That's all.
all right, yeah. So he's not getting up for much longer, and then comes back to his seat just to keep eyes on you. I think we should take a quick break. I need to get up and stretch real quick, so we're gonna take 5. Okay, we'll come right back after that.
Okay.
Time to pee. Lobby music. Stretch to the sky.
Oh,
Stretch to the
goodness.
side.
All right, everybody, stretch with me. Reach to the sky. Reach to the floor. Hey, you're not doing it.
I could have sworn you should be saying ich, ni, sa.
It's me, sa, shi, go, rock, shi, hat, kyu, ju. It's me. Okay, I'm done.
All right.
I'll be back.
I'm gonna go get some fruit, but at the same time, I really generally think we should go back there to see that statue. Something about that. Jodie, okay?
Yeah. I'm tired, man.
Okay. I'm gonna get my fruits. Go have an apple. Get that instant energy.
I don't have an apple.
Meant to know. Go buy apples.
Oh, yeah, I'll go buy some apples.
Jodie, I'll run you some apples real quick.
You've got apples?
Yeah, I'll just bring them to you.
Yeah, that'd be great, thanks.
Yeah, I'll be there in a couple minutes.
If only. And one day they'll have teleporters.
Yeah. What is the... Spokane to London. Where even is that?
London?
It's about... That's where you're at, right? You're in London?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you live? Or what state are you in? What part of the United States? Yeah,
Washington, so top left.
Washington State?
Yeah.
Are you all the way over on the west coast? Oh my god.
Yeah, it would be about 17 hours, but you'd have an apple.
Oh, whoa!
Also, do you have $771?
Yeah?
Because that's how much it would cost for me to bring you an apple.
But you know, here's the thing that's wild, Dallan, is that like they actually do fly through across the world like that. Like you can go into the supermarket here and there'll be stuff in here from Kenya, it'll be from like New Zealand. Like they really do that. And you think about how much it must cost to do that, but like in the UK we get so much of our food imported. Like, and we do get stuff like from across the world like that.
UK doesn't really have that much agriculture from a produce standpoint.
Yeah, there's not. Basically, I don't think we produce enough hair to feed like the whole country. We have to import like some of the stuff, which is like yeah, it used to be self-sufficient. I think we used to be self-sufficient, like during the war times and like following then. But then after that, yeah, with like probably like the baby boomers and all of that, they had to start importing like a lot more stuff.
Mm-hmm. No, like apples are super cheap for me because like Washington produces so many apples. Like where I grew up used to be a like, I think it was like a 10,000 acre orchard.
Oh.
The biggest orchard that like ever existed, apple orchard that ever existed.
There's like there's a whole island that's like makes Mekon, which is like the sweet smaller oranges here.
Mm-hmm.
During Mekon season, they're so dirt cheap. Like you can go in the store for like 100 to 250 yen, and you can just get like a crate.
Is that like $1?
It's like it's $1, $2. You could get like a whole bag.
Nice.
Wow.
So, I went Mekon picking with somebody, and they end up throwing out more than they can do anything. They basically like try to sell a bunch in the marketplace, and before they even go to the marketplace, they know they're not going to sell everything, so they're just like giving it out to all their neighbors, and then all the people that helped them harvest, like me and my friends that took us there. I don't remember how much we brought home from Mekon, but it was like almost the size of like a small crate. Like those like it's like the 1.5 by 1.5 by 1.5 cubic square crates.
Mm-hmm.
Did you manage to eat them all? Did you juice them or something like that?
We had to throw a couple out, but yeah, they're good for a long time.
Cari.
Jodie, I'd be trapped there, but I could get there for $482.
$482?
Yeah, but that's one way.
One way. Oh, well, you don't need to go back. You just come here, bring the apples. You don't need to go back.
All right, but then I need to bring my wife and my cats.
You gotta bring the wife and the cat.
Well, if I'm not going back.
Can you travel with cats? Can you? I don't know. You can? You can travel with cats?
Yeah.
On a plane?
Have you never traveled before, Jodie?
Not with fucking
Travel?
cats!
Yeah, it's delicious. You can travel.
This is what I'm having.
But,
Oh, nice.
I don't know the details of how you can do it, but that looks delicious.
This is what I'm having for breakfast. It is just spoonfuls of crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah, I saw you eat.
Sugary goodness.
That might be the most
Sugary
American thing you've said.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It is delicious. Oreos.
It's got.
Oreos. I recommend it.
Oh, wow, he's loud.
Is that the guy? He wants to be put down. Look, he's pissed. It's like,
He sounds cooped up.
I
hungry.
carried him all the way up. That's 2-3 minutes of holding. That's all he can take.
Aww.
It's got 7 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons.
Yeah.
Everybody back?
So you
Ready to
can
go?
build yourself up with the protein, but then also, like, it's got a load of sugar in it as well.
You have to. I
It doesn't have that much sugar.
After like a workout with a banana.
All right, you guys are back in the pub. Have fun.
Oh, we're back in the pub. We're back in the pub.
Boys, I can't do a British accent.
We can
Is
also
that
just
you
finish
trying
if you
to do
guys
a British
are happy and content.
I have like cereal and I didn't want to show it, so I was like.
You guys can finish whenever you want. If you would like to finish here, is fine. I don't mind, but it's up to you guys.
Can we finish the fault that we was or the train of fault that we was doing about the statue? That's what we was doing, right?
Maybe go up to a game plan of what we want to do.
Yeah, the thing is that like some of us are intoxicated, so we probably couldn't make like a plan right now.
You guys already made a
and
plan. You guys are going
what?
to the thing for Torteras. That's ahead of schedule. But you guys
Oh,
are
yeah,
back
that's
in time,
true.
so
That's true. Well, we can be thinking about what like we're thinking about like kind of near future, I guess.
if you'd like, you can ask, questions for what's it called? Professor Scamp. I've got stuff that he knows. And yeah, I've also got Velen stuff you want to ask her about certain things, which you've been doing, but I'm just saying
Professor
if you have other.
Scant here? I didn't know Professor Scant was here.
Yeah, you guys collected him before you headed out. Got him from the ship.
If you just whipped out Professor Scant, wouldn't the whole like pub look? It's fucking
Yeah,
glowing,
yeah. You would
floating
probably have to
orb?
leave the pub to go talk with Scant, but
Okay.
I mean,
they're already
Velen
sparring.
doesn't pull Scant out because he's a family heirloom, and she's paranoid about losing him now. So
Right, yeah. Okay. And there's all sorts of like people in this pub, so
also, if you guys can do me a favor real quick, I'm gonna send a quick screen cap to Matt, who made these little icons for you guys. So you guys want to do a little pose? I can send a cute little screen cap to Matt real quick. So ready? All right, 5, 4,
oh no, I
3,
can't do it.
2, 1. Hold it. Okay, you can stop. I froze it.
Does it look quite bad? Oh, I should have done that what Cari's doing.
Oh, you still did something cute.
I'm not sending this publicly to anyone, so don't worry. This is just a
Oh, we
Matt.
just did it on streaming from bloody
this is
source.
just on screen.
I don't care, screen cap us, whatever.
It's already on the internet. It is public now,
exactly.
technically.
It's on the internet.
Well, it's in a
Forever now.
DM's log between me and Matt.
But it's in the ward, so it's on the internet anyway.
Oh yeah, that's true. Just not the
Like,
still.
accidentally deleted
Just not the
it.
terrible still I just
It
took.
has been seen
Just
live.
wait, people will go and clip it.
All right. Erase it from your memory immediately. Yes. Delete the VOD. No, delete all the VODs. Oh wait, we did that. Sad.
I know it messed me up.
On the plus side, Rob, we do have a few from my perspective.
Yeah, we do. We do. And also, we have like some of the weird VODs that I did with the Pogo group is actually saved from Fraggin. He's got those from his POV.
Oh yeah.
That's
So
good.
Oh
It's
yeah, we
not.
do have Mesh's ones. I forgot about that.
yeah.
Don't say that out loud. We can hear you.
All right. So, are you guys wanting to pursue more information here? Or do you want to go talk to Scan? Sorry, I kind of pulled you out of that a little bit.
Uh,
I'm kind of okay.
if we've kind of exhausted everything, because we're just chatting, we don't have any way of getting any new information. We're just like airing our ideas. I suppose we could ask, or we could move on and ask Scamp. But if there's something specific like that we want to ask him, that we think he might have information on.
You can also ask each other about each other, of course.
Does anyone have anything they want to get off their chest?
Maybe you, Goldy. Maybe you do.
Ooh, out.
I've spoken enough about myself.
I don't know.
No one can hear you, Cari.
I'm so sorry.
You better be.
Batman.
That's perfect. You have like the cat and you're like, you better be.
Oh yeah, he's doing it.
I like how you went for villain and everyone else went for Batman.
Yeah,
Why do villains always have a cat? I don't understand.
Because cats are villains.
There's an answer.
You can put it in
But-
fluffy.
Oh my god!
It's just deadpan looking at us.
Now your cat's like a villain. It's like a super villain.
The second you tilted the camera, is like,
So
what?
the only non-villains in this group are Goldy, Callan, Rob, and Cari.
Well, Velen's got up an owl.
Why
But yeah.
am I a villain? I don't have a cat.
I mean, I've got tons of cat.
Am I a villain because of my cat
Stuffies around
headphones?
I don't have a cat.
Cari
I
is a
called
cat.
your name. I said your
That
name.
person outside.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
I said Goldy, Cal, Devii, and Rob.
Oh, okay, sorry. But yeah.
Another
Everyone but
kid-
most of you.
Okay, so yeah,
No,
back in character.
So, anyone else want to say anything? Probably good idea if we sober up a little bit. If we're gonna.
I'm kind of.
I want
business.
to. I want to say something, Goldy.
Yeah.
Goldy.
Yeah.
Goldie,
Fuck you.
Goldie, how
Wow,
on a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk are you right now?
10.
No, it
Seven.
can't
Are you
be a
Goldy
10.
or are you Devii?
Honestly,
I'm asking
7-ish?
Goldie.
5 because I really can go.
5? Good lord, so you could keep going?
If you want.
You're like this close to passing out. The
Uh,
road from 5 to 10 must be like a
That's
roller
because-
coaster.
That's because I'm tired.
Oh, okay.
Imagine me with a
I'm
full belly of energy.
somewhat curious about
I am imagining it.
Please don't. You-
Breker. I
you-
was not with you at this time when you saw this light you described earlier. Could you refresh my memory? What is that?
I believe only Vanvalor saw it, but he was describing a pale blue beam of light appearing from the northeast wastes.
When was this? Was this time sensitive?
We were only in the area for one day, and we saw it in the eternal twilight.
So this is not a persistent thing. I mean, I've never seen something like this. So
We haven't seen it since.
Now that we've never.
We only saw it when we went far east of East Haven.
was it like a light
Almost.
smoke, like coming from a
Yeah.
fire?
No, like a
No.
A beam
like a
going
beam.
up. Beam going up
Like
or coming
a
down.
like a
something
moonbeam
that.
spell or something?
There
Yeah.
was no origin and there was
No.
no end.
Was
It
it
was
coming
just
from the
existing.
sky?
I think it was coming from the ground.
I believe
Was
so.
it going
I
up
don't
the
know. I
ground?
don't know if we got that.
It
Guess
was
it would
a
probably be
massive
pretty hard to
pillar
tell
of
if you didn't
light.
get close enough, right?
It was far away.
Yeah.
It was very.
But
But I would guess the ground.
Many people must have seen it, right?
No, it was
No,
way
just
out
us.
there.
'Cause we were in the countryside. We weren't in a city,
Mhm,
so.
mhm.
We were
we
meeting
saw it.
meeting Maud Chiselbone for the chest retrieval part.
We
This
were
is a
as
lot of
far
new
from
information
town
for me.
as the light was from us. Think of it like that.
Oh yeah, does
So-
no one know that we have a hag friend?
I don't think she
No.
does.
I don't think
That's-
so.
Sorry, did you say that in
think
character, Van?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You have a hag friend?
Yeah.
Those two things
well,
don't necessarily
it didn't
belong
start off
together.
Not
It
normally.
didn't start off that way. She kind of tried to fucking kill us.
She tried to kill us.
She
Well,
thought that we
okay,
were.
now we're getting to
But-
somewhere where I can believe.
She thought we were going to kill her.
So
I
then
was
she was
half
gonna eat
dead.
us.
Well, were you?
We were
Well,
intending
We were
to.
She tried to eat us.
investigating.
Yes.
We were investigating something that she was potentially involved in.
And she was.
Well, that's rightfully vague.
She knocked me out.
But you know
man.
the cauldron?
We don't
Yeah,
know.
I do
from her.
remember the
Tell you
cauldron you
everything.
showed me, yes.
Yeah, we got it
About
from
where we
her.
got that from.
You got it from her.
She had it.
Why did she have it? How did she get it?
Yeah.
She and her sisters found it.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
it was her way of eating.
So, what?
Yeah.
Well, sure.
Well, she was.
okay.
I mean, didn't she eat
makes
humans
sense.
or something? Some
So yeah,
weird-
we
She did.
went to get her and she was cooking and then she attacked us and we attacked her and then she got scared and we felt bad and we let her live. And then she gave us a
No,
shit ton
some of
gold
us
and
felt
poison,
bad.
and
Some
she
of us
lives
did
on.
not.
Well,
Emma.
in
This
her
sounds like a bad
defense, she was
counseling session.
attacked by a bunch of drunken sailors, and she killed them because she was attacked by them. They were trying to kill her. And then we came to investigate their disappearance, and she thought that we were there to avenge her, so she attacked us.
But she had eaten them by that point. I mean, come on.
Need I remind you, this is the same group of people who managed to save good mead with these kind of unusual solutions.
I'm
This
just
shouldn't be so
going to
hard to
pretend
believe.
that I know
Yeah,
what you're talking
This is
about.
true. Well,
Wait,
you were surprised that we didn't kill the
I thought we
verbeeks.
told you.
You were,
Okay.
we talked
About
about
this.
the verbigs, didn't we? The verbigs.
Oh, I
remember you said
understand the words
uh,
that you're saying, but the situations are a bit sensationalized, if I'm being honest.
No.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess it sounds
You're
a
not
little bit
sensationalizing
sensational, but I mean, like,
Do you realize what you're telling me? You met a hag that has killed people, forgave them and gave them a good day, and they gave you a cauldron, and then you went and go and rescued a couple of giants after they also did something that is murder adjacent, and then gave them a get out of
If
jail
you
free
say
card. Like,
anything
this
with
is very
that tone of
strange things that
voice-
you're claiming.
But we taught them
Felon,
about
you've
currency,
seen the
so it
cauldron,
makes
though.
sense.
Did you not
Oh,
wonder
so you
where we
taught
got
them how
that
to open a
cauldron
bank
from?
account, and now they're your friends. Is that how that works?
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. Taught them about
Oh,
right and
wow.
wrong.
Well,
and...
that hasn't been the strangest thing I've heard today. Good
Don't
lord.
worry, you'll find out once you continue to travel.
Listen, I love how amusing you people are, but some of the things are very close to the truth, and some things are actually the truth. So we'll figure it out when we get there. I'm not saying you're all liars, but it's just a bit hard to
Well,
believe,
apparently
okay?
I'm really bad at lying, so
Well, that's
you
true.
know.
I think
Dylan,
it's
you make dead people alive.
Probably
I don't think-
survived.
Yes, it's
because they
pure-
were
it's
not
pure
in the
science.
city,
In
in the
fact,
town. The verbigs are probably still out in the woods in their cave. So we could go there. We could take us.
People.
We could go, right?
The dragon.
Goldie,
yeah,
let's-
maybe later.
Goldie, let's go there. Let's
No,
go.
we can't do it now. We gotta
Oh,
go down to our
wait.
buddy's place tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
not now.
we still have things to fix.
Oh damn! Do we have to do
Too
that?
many things to do.
We absolutely have to do that. Something tells me that it's
Okay,
already
okay.
happened.
well, let's go talk
Yeah,
with
I
Scad
don't
for a
know
bit. I'm getting a
I had
little
a dream.
stifled in this room, and that guy's been looking at us for a long time, so I don't. Yeah.
Ugh.
Let's go
What
upstairs.
guy?
All right.
Where's this guy?
Don't worry. Don't look.
It's
Don't make him
it's
almost
frivolous.
suspicious.
Don't worry. It's just somebody that's been paying attention ever since you dropped the big D word.
Wait.
Oh. To be fair, you're both.
I'm not talking about your favorite member in pants. Let's go upstairs.
Biggest dickus.
Who's the winner?
No one's the winner. Drop that. We've already have
Dongle, dongle. That's a new word. I haven't heard that one before.
The big dongle.
Member in pants.
The big
Also, Velen, you are just as bad as her. Let's be honest now.
What is everybody talking about right now? Because I feel like I'm out of the loop or something.
I'm out
But
of this.
yeah.
Let's continue.
So basically, I got the most right answers. I guess the most right answers. That was the lie. I did it.
How do we verify that you got the most?
We was all sitting
why you
there.
wanted a contest.
We
were supposed to guess.
Counted up
We
your
was all
answers
sitting in this.
to
We
get
was all.
right. Mhm.
We was all sitting in this room when
I
I guessed.
got it the fastest.
I it's not the fastest, it's the most. And I got carries, I got goldies, and I got meshes. So therefore I got the most right. I win 100 gold.
From
Yeah.
We're right.
Pay up. 100 gold right now.
Give you a pat on the head. Congratulations.
I'm just gonna grab my drink and go upstairs.
Somehow feel like I'm being patronized.
What do you think, Kat?
I don't know.
I'm too old for this.
You know,
I'm leaving Blackie downstairs.
Okay.
Being
green up behind you.
That's the way. Well, play the game with other people.
Anyone here? 100 gold! I bet you right now.
Everybody.
I can see through your lies, your poker face. It's not gonna fool me. 100 gold right now.
You have to
I'm
set the
going
terms and conditions. How is
The
it?
terms up
You know what?
under
Never mind.
what?
I'll just
You
let
know,
you get beaten up
It's just,
somehow.
we can negotiate those terms and conditions. You know, we just come over here and chat. We'll negotiate those terms and conditions.
Watch this.
I think Cal's had too much to drink.
The half-orc owner comes by, the Scram Sacks. He's like, listen, Cal, we paid your drinks already. Could you just not be obnoxious? There's patrons that are very concerned with either stealing money from you now or just thinking things are going to be violent. Could you just go upstairs for a little while? Calm down.
Are you coming?
He just blinks.
Come on, Cal. Let's go upstairs.
Well, you just said let's go
Smell of piss and
upstairs,
ale.
so, all right.
Here, come on. Let's go upstairs. Let's go upstairs.
Let's go.
I'm trying to run an establishment in a very, very hard time. You'll excuse my patience is thin.
Well, nobody ain't gonna steal nothing from me because I don't have the 100 gold. That's the whole point. I don't have it. I'm asking for 100 gold.
This guy's like, this guy's towering over you.
I don't know if you'll let me. I'm gonna try to start guiding you up the stairs.
This is also one of one of three tavern owners that has a large weapon over the counter.
Oh, yeah. Cal's he's not even listening. And it looks like Cal's like being pushed right there.
I'm not saying you can feel threatened by this, but I'm just saying he's one of the few ones that has.
If you come up with me.
Devii, listen, Devii. What about that 100 gold? What about that?
I'm surprised you want gold over love. Okay, let's go.
Mesh, you can see Scram Sacks is like reaching a hand, like a fist towards you. Just like, can you keep her quiet? Sorry, keep Cal quiet. Whatever.
I nod.
He just like hands you a gold. It's like just.
How is the man?
That's a Rob slip. Okay, chill.
Yeah.
Right, here. he hands Cal. He hands Mesh a gold and just says, just use this and say it's 100 gold or something.
Okay.
He just walks away. He like he steps back and like gestures to get out of the booth
and has stick on beards, and then you will always remember.
Let's go upstairs, Cal.
Cal's a man.
Let's go.
We still have to show. We still have to show Wellen. Cal. We still have to show Wellen my secret thing.
The truffle floppers.
Oh yeah, I want to see your secret thing. Let's go.
Is that what they're called? Truffle floppers?
So he gestures to get out of the booth that you guys have been sitting at, and has like a thing that he busts tables with.
Moving back up.
By the way, who was upstairs the whole time? Besides
Torterra.
me.
Torterra is.
Okay.
Did Torterra have a headache?
I'm gonna slip Torterra 1 gold.
This room's locked.
Because we both. Oh, okay. I wanted to do a bet of Chalcedony being kicked out, and I lost. Never mind.
I mean, you can slide under the door if you want. That's fine.
Oh, he's okay.
How did he get kicked out though? Not technically.
I betted that you would. He thought you wouldn't, and then he went to bed. Lazy bum.
So you guys go back upstairs to Velen's room. That's not very spacious, but it's comfortable enough. There's some books strewn about that she's been thumbing through. One of them was the book that Mesh let her borrow. And another one is just like another journal. And so she collects them and starts putting some things away for the journey because she hasn't finished packing yet. And pulls out Professor Scant and sets him on basically an open book because she doesn't have like a pillow, like a nice crystal ball pillow or anything. She just opens a book and puts him in the crease of the book. Oh dear. Well, what is it that you wish to know? Hmm?
Was you sleeping?
No, I just am aware that you're here now.
Sounded like you just woke up. Did we disturb
I do
you?
not sleep, you dunderhead.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Do you sleep? But did you hear? But he like yawned. Didn't you hear that?
How are you going to start on the giant little ball over there? Can
Did
just
you understand?
stop. You need to stop. Stop it.
I'm just
Have some
saying.
water.
I will have some water. Thank you.
There you go.
What did you want?
Did anybody actually have questions? I don't know.
Yeah. Did anyone actually want to talk to?
Not really.
Was it
I wanted
Devii?
to know if you knew about Baylor Demon.
No.
Okay.
Done.
This is what I mean. This, Professor Scan, you do realize
taking
this
up
drunkard
the
is
ball.
trying to make an argument with a magic ball.
I am a highly esteemed scholar that has been in prison. Just
magic
kidding.
ball.
I'm a book that speaks. What do you want?
Wait, there's
He's
somebody
got a good sense of
imprisoned
humor.
inside
It
the
was a
ball.
joke because you always say that every time I come out. Like it's a script. It's incredible.
Oh my god,
How
that explains
dim-witted
so
some
much.
people
If
can
a
be.
person is imprisoned inside of the ball. What happens if we get you out? We need to.
Not actually. It was a joke. He's not actually imprisoned. He's just a sentient.
Cal, you
It
don't
just
need
went.
to
It just
be
went. It just went over. Now he's fucking drunk. It went over his head. He doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing.
Oh, okay.
Why be inebriated when your intellect is worse?
I feel like I'm being insulted somehow, but I just too drunk to figure it out.
That is exactly what's happening.
You just wait till I'm sober, Professor Scan.
What are you going to do?
I
Well,
won't remember this.
I will remember.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cal's eyes are drooping.
Sure.
Wonderful conversation we're having.
Besides Mithala, what other artifacts do we know that are in the city of Ithin?
We don't know anything. That is why precisely we need to go there and uncover them and
Oh.
catalog them.
Do you know of any metal that might possibly amplify magic that's been known to be?
I lost the last part.
Any metallic substance that would amplify magic that was known to be used in the city?
I don't know anything about amplifying magic per se. We'd have to go there and find out what
Or a
links with
container.
the historical.
It could be a magic container.
I'm sure that they have containers that hold things like any society, Miss Devii.
The Chalcedony that we have seems like it's been here for a long time.
Well, if they indeed were using Chalcedony, I would anticipate that it would be quite prevalent because it is a good medium to use magic with. To what extent they used it, or to what manner it was blessed or cursed, that is up for debate because we don't know much about the city.
Right. We don't know how much you know, so don't get upset with me for asking you questions, okay?
I cannot be emotion.
Okay.
Only impatience is the only thing that I possess. Besides my infinite
apparently
wisdom
they
and
know
knowledge.
that.
Wouldn't
Infinite?
impatience be an emotion per se?
Also, you don't have infinite knowledge. Only of one's. You know what? Why? I'm arguing with a wall. Never mind.
Infinite is a matter of speaking. It is not expanseless. It is limitless, in my knowledge.
Don't listen to Professor Scan, okay? Because he doesn't know anything.
What'd you say, Kyle?
I don't believe this one even speaks language anymore. They are so inebriated past the realm of intellect.
Stupid Scan.
I am not
Kyle, you
stupid.
want more drinks?
You are a dunderhead.
Oh, that's where what's his face is from. That's where our
Oh yeah, that's where Tortella's
Yeah.
from, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna
That sounds like a
we're
very
gonna go
poorly
to
written
his
joke.
hometown.
I wish it was a joke.
Oh, I know what
Oh,
we
I
can ask you,
don't know
Professor
how to
Scan.
about it.
Professor Scan.
Oh, now you
Can
wish
you
to speak
tell
to me
me-
properly.
Professor Scan. I am speaking to you, Professor Scan. Professor Scan.
That is my name. You've said it multiple times now.
Professor Scan. Do you know if a tortoise is born from an egg? A tortoise. Isn't that what tortoise is? It's a tortoise.
Yes.
Tortoise. Yeah.
Those
Is
are-
it come out? Are they born from an egg? Is that how they're made?
I'm not familiar with the anatomy of a tortoise. In which you
Turtle.
speak.
Could
I knew he was a fraud, Professor Scan. See, he doesn't even know.
Do you know?
can't. Could anything from the Netherese culture, Netherese history, give off a huge beam of light going from up to the sky?
Good question.
I'm sure a simple light cantrip could be manifested in many different ways and amplified very easily.
Ooh, like maybe some type of metal that amplifies magic.
No.
Worth a try.
Okay.
Could be amplified in many other ways. I'm not sure that a metal would suffice in doing so. Probably something that is... I'd have to think more.
That's
Maybe
okay.
do some more research
How about-
within the ruins, and you
Wait,
might find
how do
something
you
that you can...
research?
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's a good
How are you able to
question.
research anything?
I am a book that is both written and currently being written. And
But-
can speak. If you
How
go
do
into the
you-
subjects in which I am programmed to know,
No.
then you can add to that.
So, without us speaking to you, how do you research information?
I can see everything in this room. I'm
How's
currently
the
researching
riot?
everything that's going on.
He doesn't have any hands.
Oh, you
I
want
was
us to actually go
imagining, like, a
find
little
the answer
man.
for you?
I was
He
imagining
doesn't have
a
any
little
hands
man
or a quill.
reading
How is he writing anything?
books in a, I don't know.
I don't think you're
would have
writing
what
nothing.
you humans and creatures of intellect would call a photographic and photogenic memory.
He doesn't have any parchment or a quill. How is he writing?
He's a
It's
little
a
man inside a
metaphor.
wall, and he's got like a bunch of books everywhere. That's how he researches.
Stone, when he says right, it's the equivalent of us say remember or to remember.
This is correct.
Chalcedony.
The fisherman is right.
Goldy. My name is Chalcedony, not Chalcedone.
Oh, I thought it was
Cal.
Chalcedone. Or maybe it was Chalcedone to talk to that person. I don't remember. This is
book.
my dipping into
I was
your
thinking the same
realm of
thing.
humor.
Professor Scan, you've grown on me.
I do not grow. I'm not a plant.
He doesn't have a
That's
parchment or a quill or any ink. How is he writing anything?
I do need Valen to polish me soon because I'm getting a bit dim on the left side. At least the one that she's observing. The left and right is such terrible language when it comes to
Kind
a
of
sphere.
hard for a sphere. Yeah.
Do you have eyes?
Not in the traditional sense, but I can sense things better than you can within range.
Well, how do you know how well I can sense things to know that
What
you're
is your
better?
range, though?
Huh.
I believe it is somewhere around a 60-foot radius.
2 feet. Okay.
Wait, so when you look around the room, can you describe what color things are? How tall they are, the exact measurements?
If there's a realm of color within the room, then yes, I can see the color in maybe the way you define it. It will be in a record and be described as such, but it will not be something that can be seen or observed in the traditional sense.
I'm gonna use invisibility and walk around somewhere in the room. Can can you tell where I am? And I'll move again.
Sorry, I'm gonna turn the voice mod off for this because this is a question for me. Scant describes the exact positions in the room where you're at.
Okay.
Like a dragon.
So it's just
That's actually useful.
like remarkably precise.
That was both Cal and Jodie. He was like, "What the fuck?"
That's actually very useful, Scan. Good to know.
Yeah. So you can see people.
I'm gonna double check some of this, but I believe that's right.
He doesn't see people. Like sight, it isn't the same as us. He
also
does in fact.
Also, just a side note to that, Mesh. He doesn't describe that he can see color if you ask him that while you're invisible. And he would if you guys were to kind of see the end of this, he would basically describe it like dark vision, right? In dark vision, you don't see color. You just see like blacks and whites and darks and grays. But if you shine a light on something and the color can be observed, then he can describe it in his record books of his memory. And also anything that has happened in this campaign where Scant was present for it in the last couple of days, he has a exact memory on it.
Even when he's off, or does he have to be on?
No, he has to be out. He has to be out. So even though he has this ability of detection and observation, if he's inside of something, I'm gonna say that it's like a barrier.
Okay.
So think of it like an orb that is a 360-degree camera.
Well,
if it comes out of a bag, it can start observing things.
So even in a bag, he can't see.
And I'm also going to say that it's a very weird thing, which is different than cameras and traditional media that you guys would be able to observe. It also limits all of the other functions, like speech and hearing. So he's blind and deaf and unable to speak when he's covered. And that is for your own safety in this module, because he will talk your ear off when he sees something that he's interested in. If you guys started talking to him about stuff with Netherese artifacts and whatnot, he just went on a whole monologue, and you asked him to do it again, and he did it in exact memory in the exact same way as if you were reading a book and it was narrated. He'll basically do it in the exact manner. So if he sees something or wants to do some sort of commentary documentary of you guys finding things, he's just going to start rattling stuff off. So Velen needs to put him away. Otherwise, he's just going to talk and blow your cover. Okay, so he'll do that.
Question. Does Cal know this thing about putting him in a bag to shut him up?
No.
Cal doesn't know that.
No, Velen would have probably been able to describe this if he keeps going and you guys get annoyed with him, or Velen gets annoyed with him, she'll put him away. Because he just will rattle his mouth and make fun of you guys and be really just kind of an asshole. But
okay, so Cal will discover this in the future. All right then.
I'm just gonna double check that 60-foot range thing real quick before I let you guys go back. Scan. Here we go. Yes, 60 feet.
Sweet. 60 foot and true sight, kind of ish.
Also, in case there is any discrepancy, the Professor Orb is a 5-pound sphere that is about the size of a grapefruit.
Oh,
it has smoky gray quartz look to it. And There's some pinpricks of silver light coming from deep inside of the sphere.
I thought he was like football sized, like that.
Yeah, me too.
You was thinking that as well? Funny.
It's a little bit smaller than a noggin.
I was thinking a big grapefruit, yeah.
The best way of
Really?
describing it is basically the size of a brain.
Lord of the Rings, the two towers, that kind of thing.
It's smaller
That's what
than
I was
that.
thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. You are an interesting little book. Hey, Mesh, do you want to test something out?
Yeah? What are you thinking?
With the
I'm still invisible, by the way. You don't know where I am. I moved away.
That's why you hear them.
You can hear your disembodied voice walking around in your footsteps if you're not trying to be quiet. You can hear you.
Yeah.
Do you think the orb would react a certain way if you decloaked?
Who's decloaking? Wait, he's declothing?
As
Well,
in,
the
not
cat's out of the
naked?
bag.
No.
The cat's out of the bag anyway.
If he declothes whilst he's invisible, what happens?
It would break invisibility, I believe.
that would make sense.
But your clothes are invisible as well, so if you take off your clothes, what?
No, I was.
If I take off my clothes, they'll drop on the ground as normal clothes.
If you take off your clothes and then your invisibility runs out, what happens?
I'm naked.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that though.
And so you have to do it.
I love how you just
It's
like.
just a suggestion. Look, I can't make a suggestion now, Jesus.
Actually, no, scratch that, Mesh. Do you think? Professor Scan, what do you know about shapeshifters?
I'm not sure what you're referring to. Which type of shapeshifters are we speaking of?
I look at Mesh to see if he wants to continue this line of questioning.
Alright. I go break invisibility and Willen, I believe I owe you an at least a name.
Just a quick note to this. I may have overstepped my bounds. The
close
orb
door.
is unable to... okay. He does not have blind sight. See and hear normally out to 60 feet.
Okay, so then he can't see me.
So he can't see you.
Who's saying that? Is that Scan or Rob? You got the voice thing on.
I cannot see you, invisible creature!
What's this? He needs to take his clothes
Sweet
off. and
mother,
then
where were you?
He needs to take his clothes off.
Why would he do such a fruitless activity?
Well, that was pointless.
Oh, good try.
Nothing at all, huh? That's unfortunate.
Well then, I believe you figured this out anyway, so might as well at least give you
Should I appear shocked when you do this grand reveal?
You'll probably
to you.
be surprised.
I don't really care.
He's gonna take his clothes off.
I shift back into my normal form with the same clothes
Oh
on.
my god, I'm so shocked. Forsooth, to use Devi's word.
Yes.
To be fair, you wouldn't have figured it out if someone didn't spill the beans.
Twice.
Yeah, who did that? Jesus.
Twice.
Well, it hardly matters.
He did it once. Mesh almost sold himself out.
No. I'm actually talking about Cal did it once and Van.
Well, are you going to eat us now? Is that what your plan is? You're outnumbered, mister.
I did it once.
Devin did it
I'm
once.
sorry.
If I wanted to, you'd be dead by now.
I'm sorry
Well,
about
that's
that.
pretty fair. I'm a little old and fragile. And you did rescue me, which is a bit odd. Considering.
I believe you are confused by my motivations. I'm not.
Yes, a bit.
I didn't have a typical upbringing from your normal doppelgangers. That's probably as much you need to know.
I mean, it's a bit hard to believe, but the other stories are probably harder for me to understand or believe at the same time. So this one is a a little bit more sane. I won't question your motivations because you hadn't questioned mine, and you're helping me out. And frankly, this seems to be a bit more useful than anything, and if anything, I'm a pragmatist at heart. I do raise the dead for my own safekeeping. What is this?
Raise my hand. Handshake.
Why would I do that? What do you want to imprint your memory cells into mine? Is that what this is?
It's
Yes.
it's an
It's
agreement.
a joke. I know what a
of
friendship
our-
handshake is. And she shakes your hand. Now, something you're gonna just reanalyze, Mesh.
Mhm.
Even though your passive perception is not very high comparatively, I think Devi's is pretty high, and anyone that has a high wisdom score.
No, mine's only a 13.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I think
Don't
Goldie's
tell
is
my
pretty
type
high
of
actually.
16.
Goldie's is pretty high from his fishing
16.
background. Yeah. So Goldie and Mesh will pick up on this, but like, this is just like an added reminder more than anything. But Velen is like, she's got like a nervous tick. Like she shakes, like almost like she's got Alzheimer's. So when she hands out, it's very shaky. And when she grabs your hand, you can feel the tremors in her hand, even though it's stable now that you guys are shaking hands. And, you know, as somebody that has that otherworldly strength as a grandmotherly type figure and a relatively powerful spellcaster that you guys have come to find, age has not been kind to her.
Is that not something you could magically heal at least those tremors?
Are you asking her or are you asking me?
Her.
What
Have
do
you
you mean?
gotten that looked at? Your shakiness, have you
Oh,
gotten
this
that
is-
looked at?
It's just genetics, unfortunately. I have to deal with it, but that's why I've resorted to the wand. It helps focus my spells a bit easier. I can't really use material components like I used to. It was definitely more fun, albeit less convenient. Yeah, well, it's fine. I can't really get rid of it. Maybe if I were to be a young whippersnapper like you again.
I go back to my room. Side
Fascinating.
note, the guy downstairs, Rob. Anything from there?
Yeah,
Did
so
Blackie say?
what ends up happening is after some of the crowd kind of clears out and you guys have had this conversation for a little bit, that guy walks closer to Blackie and crouches down and kind of just plops him out. And Blackie's been feeding you this information, but it doesn't seem like it's been threatening. He kind of just puts Blackie on his hands and then pulls down the scarf and says, "Hi." And you recognize when he pulls down the scarf, it's Scython.
Awesome.
Figured.
Do you know
And
that?
he's like, "Hey, mate, you want to hold this for me?" And he pries open Blackie's mouth and puts a gold piece in there and closes
That's
it.
awesome.
And then puts him back onto the table like a
That is
magnet.
So cool.
And just goes,
No,
and
it
then
was
gives him a little
Scythe.
scratch on the chin. He's like, "I'll see you later, mate." Have a good one. Good information to know. I won't tell anyone, but
What is
and
he
you see him
even
like
doing
walk out of
there?
frame. His little tiefling,
Good to know.
his tiefling fangs kind of poking through his grin. And then as he turns around, you can see the back of his belt is just loaded with daggers. and now it looks like he's got a couple extra bags of coins. And just
Gotta
leaves.
love disasters. Easy pickings.
I need to make a stat sheet for him. Also, we both rolled a 15. I rolled a 15 on stealth for him to watch you. It's good stuff. All right. Anyways, there you go.
All right.
Well,
just to be clear,
Yes, Goldy.
I was gonna say, what exactly is our game plan right now? Where are we going?
Oh, we're going to see what is going on with Torterra and his background. If there's any questions that can be left to rest in this area, we want to get to it. And it seems like if he's potentially not from here, then maybe we can find something where he came from as a possible boon for us. And even if that just means that we can clear his head for adventuring, then I'm all for it.
Best case, we get something that can fly us over the sea.
There's no way of knowing what we could find there.
Well, he's saying best case, right?
I mean, that's what I'm getting at. There could be a best case scenario beyond our wildest dreams that's there.
True.
It could be a shard of Netheril for all we know, and that he's a time traveler. I don't know.
Who knows?
That would be wild and exciting, wouldn't it? He could be from he could be from the ocean. I don't know.
He could be from an.
If he was a time traveler, you could literally go back to
He's a
living
dragon
Netheril.
turtle.
Wait, I could get my old bones back.
When he goes back in time, he's in an egg because of it.
We can finally answer this ridiculous question. Yes.
It's not really a ridiculous question if you think about it, because most tortoises come out of eggs.
I mean, let's be honest. Everybody comes from an egg.
Just got you there.
I didn't come from an egg.
Well, it's an external or an internal egg, one way or the other.
Cal's mind is blown.
Cal shut because he's thinking about internal
I
egg.
know you're not. Maybe you're not like fully aware of the female internal anatomy, but.
Which would be very questionable in your lineage.
Yep.
Cal's thinking about it.
Is it all about you, Cal?
You guys, I gotta hop off.
All right, see you later, Dallan.
See ya.
I think this is probably a good time to close the stream as well, because we're getting close to time and we're down 2 players now. So the stream just broke.
Oh yeah, Cari.
Yeah, the stream just broke and Cari also went offline for a brief second, so we'll get her back up here and then we're gonna sign off. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Orion the Frostmaiden again. I'm sorry we missed Fish this week. He had his booster shot and got kicked in the ass. He had to call in sick for work too. So hopefully, Prage, we can play in this area that I've been preparing for 2 weeks, and it's going to be 3 weeks now with even more prep time because I don't teach classes this week. But I will probably be doing some job hunting from now on, so my streams are going to be getting a little bit more irregular, so just be prepared for that. Good luck to those competing in regional championships for all of the Pokemon Go, all the Pokemon Unite, all the Pokemon VGC, and all the Pokemon TCG tournaments that are going around the world. Good luck to all of you out there that are competing.
Do they have them all at the same time?
Yes, they're all a part of the same thing. So they're pretty much starting this time of year. But
I knew they were doing the Pokemon Championship, like the one that was cancelled in 2019.
That's what they're doing, and they introduced Pokemon Go to that. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Is it Saturday yet?
No.